Hi, everybody. Hi, Aurora. Oh, editing sucks. I hate editing. We're just waiting for more people to join. If everybody could just put a comment down in chat so I know who's here. Just a quick hello or a wave or whatever. That helps. Yes, your fearless leader made a mistake and a I scheduled this event for AM instead of PM. So I'm sorry about that. Ooh, just a little warm. It hit 77 here today. Hi, Shannon. Yeah, Shannon's like, did I miss a live? And I'm like, no. Yeah. Yes, I'm getting the professional help that I need. Just not soon enough, right? Go ahead and hit like and share. Hi, Kate Robbins. How are you, beautiful? One of my most favorite people in the world. If y'all haven't read Kate Robbins, you need to go to Amazon or Nook or Kobo or iBooks or whatever. Go to Amazon and just get any of her books and you will not be disappointed. Oh, it's a damp 50s? Yeah, it hit 77 here today. And we took my dad out to lunch and then we did a Costco run. I love you too, sweetheart. Seriously, Kate is a fabulous, fabulous writer. So if you could hit that like button and that share button, I would just be forever in your debt and eternally grateful. And you will have my eternal love and devotion. Undying. Whew. Just a little warm, just a little warm. I should probably not be drinking coffee, but it was a day. Do y'all like these new glasses? These are from Zlul. Flip and love them. Because they're the blue blockers, and it was like within an hour or two, I could just feel the eye strain just go away. So that helped. Hi, NGG. Ooh, 84 out of St. Louis. Yeah, it was warm today. It's going to be warm for the next few days, and then winter comes, and it's just going to be all fucky. Just fucky. Thank you. I was going through Costco today. I didn't have my glasses on. Just, how I usually do. La, 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 la. With my husband and my dad. And this little old lady comes up to me and she says, "Dear, you have the most beautiful hair." And I'm like, "Oh, well, thank you." So then my dad and my husband got into a debate in the car about whether this is gray or silver. It's not. It is platinum blonde, and it is natural. Yeah, they were ganging up on me today. The boogers. Oh, so tonight we're going to talk about covers and how important covers are. And trust me, if you have a sucky cover, people aren't going to care what's on the inside. You have to have a really, really, really good cover. I suck at making covers. I do. Probably because I don't like doing it. So that's why I hired that out. Um, my recommendation is to find someone who will work on an installment plan if you don't have enough money to pay it out outright. Um, but please, God, try to get a professional cover artist. I don't know how many books, I don't know how I was able to sell, I know how. I was able to sell the number of books I sold with Layden's daughter. Um, Even with that really crappy cover I had on it. That was back in the day. That was 2011 and 2012. And I created that cover myself. But I think it was just because, Amazon and Kindle had just started and people were desperate. But I think now, hi Diana. You want to be where I am? Anyway, um, yeah, book covers are fun if you know what you're doing. If you don't, I mean, I know what looks good. I just don't know how to make it look good. Okay? Usually my problem is my fonts. That's where I struggle at. Because you're a phenomenal storyteller. Aw, thank you, sweetheart. I love you. I do, Kate Robbins. Um, you were watching Law Talk with Mike and he doesn't wear a shirt. He's adorable. Okay. Oh, that's another thing. If anybody's interested, I do have another channel here on YouTube, and it's just Google Crime Watch with Susan Tisdale, and you can subscribe there. I put a poll up today, and if you're all into true crime and trials and high speed police chases and stuff like I am, boy do I waste a lot of time on that. But it's okay. It's okay. And I'm feeling really good. So thanks to everyone who reached out to make sure I was doing all right. I am. Um, I had my first appointment with my psychiatrist on Monday, and it went very, very well. And I have to gradually take myself off the Zoloft so that we can start other medications and stuff. So I'm really excited. So next month, I should start on the ADHD medicine, and I'm ever so hopeful, ever so hopeful. So, but I really liked my psychiatrist. She was just, as soon as her face popped up on the screen, I'm like, oh, "You are beautiful," and she just giggled. I had her in stitches. What do you hope to accomplish from today? Doc, you gotta fix me. Whatever's wrong with me, I don't know, but you gotta fix me. And right now, I would French kiss a goat if you told me that would cure me. So, you did one for school project, and you have others I've done for journals and stuff. They're fun to make, but not my absolute favorite. I like doing logos more. Logos are fun. I even suck at that. Give me some paper and some colored pencils, and I can pretty much do anything. That's what I used to do for extra money before I started writing. I used to do portraits of people. Anyway, I've got to get a new chair because this one's driving me absolutely bananas. Um, I've been trying to learn Daz Studio to make covers, but I am not arty in covers at all. I can lay out the idea with stick figures, but that's it. Welcome to my world. Um, oh, wow. Diana was trained in graphic design. Sweet. So you'll be very helpful tonight, as is Shannon. Shannon does some really great covers. But what we're going to do now is we're going to share a screen. Entire screen. Oh boy, window. Oh, it won't let me. God bless America. Let's see here. Shannon, how do I do this? Remove source, add source, presentations, upload. Let's see if this works. Nope. I should have worked the kinks out before, shouldn't I? Well, this just bites. Shannon, help. Shannon, where are you? Shannon. Let's see. Add source, local video, extra camera, background music, presentations. Will it let me do it this way? Nope. Nope. The bloody bastards. I should have put it in a video, shouldn't I have? Can I add? I can't even add it to the chat. Well, that bites. Hang on just a second. Don't nobody go nowhere. There is always a plan B. Always a plan B. And, yeah, I just ask that you be patient. Yes, I am a professional. Yeah, no, not really. Okay. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to do a new one. We're going to do it as a video. Uploads. God, I love Canva. I do. Canva is freaking awesome. I'm not sure if any of you use it or not. Okay. We'll be ready to go here in just a minute. Just bear with me, peoples. Just bear with me. So did everybody have a good day? Did anybody get any writing in today? Because I certainly did not. Not one single word, unless you count chats. That would be, yeah. Let's see here. So, nope. Okay. Okay, this is going to work, so just be patient. Because I was happy this is going to work, and I can hit stop. So there's always a workaround, right? Always, always, always. So go ahead and talk amongst yourselves. And we will get this figured out, because we are find a way or make a way women, right? That's just how it is. We're just find a way, make a way women. Oh, for heaven's sakes. And some of these, none of these covers are mine except the really bad ones. Thank God for friends who can answer me within like no time at all. I could just reach out and say, hey, do you have any covers that I could share? And they answered right away, and that was awesome. I have good friends. I really, truly do. Shanna's just phenomenal. She's my producer. But she's so good at this stuff that it just boggles my mind. It really does. We're almost there, folks. I promise. Grab some coffee. Can everybody hear me okay tonight? I know I have a fan going. Yeah, we'll just do that. Cancel. Okay. Alrighty then. We'll exit out of Canva. And here we are. Hi, did you miss me? Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit of a split screen. And this is a cover that I created today. Okay, it's not going to stop. These are some bad covers that I created, right? These first three. Shannon, how do you stop a video and restream? Ask your kids. Ask your kids. Oh, there we go. Yay, I figured it out. Okay, so you can see from this first, can everybody see the... Okay. Can everybody see this A Highland Love Story by Jane Doe Williamson? This is a really crappy cover, right? And you would be surprised at the number of covers like this that I have seen over the years. See baby Jesus in the garden picking apples, right? Come on, Kate. You've seen some of these bad covers too, right? Couple things that you will notice is that sometimes when people are doing their own covers, or they hire somebody who doesn't know what the hell they're doing, you get all these different things. You get a real photo, as you could tell from the background. That's a real photo. And then they put a graphic on it. Okay? Yeah, no, you sure wouldn't, Diana. I don't think anybody would. And then they find a fancy schmancy font, right? And then their name down here at the bottom is really, really tiny. Yes, none of this matches. None of this matches, right? A lot of times what I hear from authors is they find this beautiful picture, this awesome picture of models or whatever, and they're afraid to put print over the picture because they don't want to blur the picture. Right? So here's the next one. A sci-fi story. Ride the Wave, Jane Doe Williamson. Again, there's absolutely nothing exciting about this. The font, all the fonts are way off. It's okay to make your name big. You want people to see your name. It's okay to cover the picture. It's okay, even though you might write, like me, Scottish historical romance, you will never find Celtic type fonts on any of my covers. One, I hate them. I just don't think they're pretty. Yeah, that isn't sci-fi. It definitely is not. So none of this matches. And then last we have this one. Now this looks like a cozy love story, right? But still, it's not working. The colors aren't working. It's a little bit better, but the colors are definitely not working. The fonts aren't working. The author name print font is way too small. Yeah, it needs a lot of work. Another thing I don't like is bestseller. This bestseller little graphic on there. No. It doesn't matter if you are, a bestseller. Just don't put that on there. Because we don't know what if you're talking about the author. We don't know if you're talking about the book. Where are you a bestseller at? Yeah. I see that on a lot of books too. But don't put bestseller on there. Nobody cares. Now, after you hit the USA Today bestsellers list, you can definitely put that on your cover. Yeah, it is misleading. It is very misleading. Right? So, I beg of you, make your name big. You don't have to cover the whole cover. It doesn't have to be that big. But don't be afraid to put print or fonts or whatever words over the photo that you've chosen. Okay? Do not be afraid to do that, and do not be afraid to make your name big. With your covers, you want to brand. You want everybody to know that when they see that cover, they don't even need to, when they first glance at it, they know automatically that is a Shannon Nemechek cover. That is an Aurora Rose Andromeda cover. That is a Kate Robbins cover. That is a James Patterson cover, right? You just want them to know by looking at it who this belongs to. Once you've written a lot of books, people will begin to recognize your brand. And branding is very important. Choose an awesome, kick-ass font for your author name. Okay? Don't just use Times New Roman. Okay? And depending on, how big how long your name is. Like, if your name is like, let's see, I'm just going to make something up. Luella Carter Kowalski, right? You might have to make your font a little smaller, okay? But just don't, if you're going to use a pen name, just don't go with, Jane Smith. Just to be able to make your name bigger on your cover. Is this making sense? Show of hands if it makes sense. again, this will soon become just second nature. Now, look at this. Is that not a sexy cover? Now, I love Samantha Cole. She's awesome, but I would tell her to make her font bigger. That would be the on her name. That would be the only thing I would make different. Hang on just a second. Logo. Let's take the logo. Can I take the? Oh, it won't let me take my logo off. But you can see that this just screams. You know what it. You might not know what this is, but A Dead Man's Pulse, awesome title, and that picture, good God almighty, look at the muscles and the water splashing and everything else. Is that not just phenomenal? I think it is. So I'm just going to show you some examples of really good book covers. Yeah, I think her name should stand out more. But her first name is big, long, and her last name is small. So what if it was me? I would keep the Samantha font the same. Then I would put in bigger fonts the type underneath it, A. Cole. So, but she sells lots of books and she's doing really phenomenal. So it's working for her, right? But it's still an awesome cover. Look at this one. I love this one. Wolfheart, A Monster's Heart, book 1. And this is one of Shannon Nemechek's, right? And I just love that color. You know that this is fantasy. It's going to be about wolves, probably wolf shifters. I know, isn't that beautiful? And Shannon created her own covers. And I just love her. I just love her to death. Here's another one by Samantha Cole, The Road to Solace. This is a professionally done cover. The model is gorgeous. The background fits perfectly. The font works simply because of the type of books that it is. Yeah, it isn't cartoonish. Yeah. Okay. Here's another one by Shannon Nemechek, Vampire Hunter. Love this. Love the motorcycle, the barbed wire, the solar eclipse in the background. I just love all of this. Yeah, the colors fit the theme for the book. Exactly. And I love the font that Shannon used for Vampire Hunter. I thought that was really awesome. Oops. Okay. I have more, but they apparently didn't all get put into that little video. But I think you can see the differences, right? You can see the difference between, yeah, right? That font is awesome. But you can see the difference between the crappy covers that I made on purpose. I could have done a lot better, but I just didn't have time. Gray background behind her name, yes. Oh, fonts. I love fonts, Diana. Oh my gosh. But it's okay to have, I would say, it's okay to have 3 or 4 different fonts on your cover. That's perfectly acceptable. Let's do this. Hang on just a second. Da 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 da. We're gonna do another video for y'all. Yeah, I cut it off and I don't know why. Anyway. So video uploads. I love Canva. Do you all use Canva? Does anybody else here use it? Because I do love it. It's just super easy. I also use BookBrush. Show of hands for whoever uses BookBrush as well. That one's fun. And I'm missing a cover. That's okay. We'll just use these 3. Oh. Kate, have you changed your covers on the Raven, the Wildcat, and the Serpent? Dear, did you change your covers? Oh, hi, Bobby. Okay, you use Photoshop and Illustrator for print quality. You use InDesign. Yeah, I had InDesign once, and it made me cry. Kate, can I use? I have some covers of yours. I think. No, I don't. Sorry, my bad. Nope. Blurry. Delete. Even though they're really beautiful. Okay. Um. Okay. Share. Download. Download. And we're going to look at some more covers. Because I think it's really important um, that you just get a really good cover designer. Okay, you can reach out to fellow authors. Like there's two people here tonight, Shannon Nemechek and Diana. They both do covers, right? You could reach out to them, see what they would charge, and just save your pop cans and take them to recycling and save that money, right? And if you have to, it's okay. It's okay. Do what you can, how you can. Okay. All right. So this is one of my covers. I am was doing some testing to see if it's better for me to have not have couples on the covers. Okay? That is perfectly acceptable. Okay? You do not have to have, depending on what your genre is, you do not have to have big, muscly guys on your cover, right? So for this one, and I don't have all four of the covers here, but we've got Ian's Rose, we've got The Bowie Bride, still one of my favorite books that I've written. But you can see they all go together. So the series, your books need to match in the series, right? Oh, yeah, everybody's got to eat. I love you, Diana. Okay, so your series, the covers in your series need to go together. They need to match to a certain extent, right? Now, this was the first one, Mariotte. And I just love what Dar was able to do with these. I do. I just love what she was able to do with these series. Thank you. I use Dar Albert. She is phenomenal. Are you going to give me the rest of it? Huh. Let's try this again. Maybe if I don't stop, the whole thing will show. But you get my point. You want for series, if you're writing in series, they have got to match. Now, you can change the color of the font. That's always fine. But the series is in a brand of, like Diana says, they're a brand in itself. Matching fonts, color styles, etc. That's what you've got to do with your covers. Okay? They have to, yeah, Dar did your Serpent, Raven, and Wildcat covers. Oh, Kate, those are beautiful. I had them in Canva for something, I forget what, but they were too blurry, and when I went to upload them, you wouldn't be able to see how they looked. And I didn't want to do a disservice to them. So, what have we learned tonight? You want a good cover designer. You really do. Save up your money if you have to. Go with a, like, instead of like models or whatever, you can do your own cover as long as you're paying very close attention to the fonts you use for your title and the fonts you use for your name. Don't be afraid to make your name bigger. Okay, as you saw on mine, my name is big. I want everybody to know this is a Susan Tisdale book. But most people, I could take my name off of it and they would know instantly that that's one of mine. Okay, because my branding remains the same. Now, I tested for a while with the covers for Ian's Rose and Broderick the Bold and stuff, or Roderick the Bold, without a couple on the front. What I would like to do this week, Shannon remind me, is to go back to the covers that she made with couples on them, right? Because they were phenomenal. Okay? But don't be afraid to test either. For those of you who've been here for a while, don't be afraid to test your covers. Do not be afraid. But save up your money. Use, reinvest whatever you're making from your book sales. Reinvest that into your company. Reinvest that into book covers. Just my 2 cents, which ain't worth a nickel. Yeah, Dar is phenomenal. I just love Dar Albert. She is phenomenal. And she did my Pinky Haversnatch covers too. God, those were fun books to write. So, what questions do you have? Go ahead and put your questions in. Yeah, Kate's more known for covers without couples, but the Serpent, the Raven, and the Wildcat covers, those have couples on them, and oh my god. Just everybody zip on over to Amazon and just type in Kate Robbins, and you will know what we're talking about. Just Google Kate, because she is, the covers are beautiful, but what is inside, oh my god, Kate is such a good writer. She really is. But my recommendation is, don't go to Amazon. Go to Barnes & Noble or Apple or even Kobo. Okay? There's a reason why. Because Amazon's top bestsellers are usually everything that's in KU. And again, nothing wrong with KU. KU is perfectly acceptable, perfectly fine, whatever. But some of the covers that you find in KU are not that well done. We'll just say that. So go over to Apple, Barnes & Noble, etc., and look at their top bestsellers list in your genre. Okay? Do that. And you will and pick, like, oh my god, I love this element on this cover, and I love this element on this cover, and I love this element on this cover. Okay? Do screenshots or whatever, send them to your cover artist. Say, these are the things I like. When you talk to your cover artist, you need to let her know, like if it's a romance novel, what does your hero look like? Has he got black hair, blonde hair, red hair? Is he ginger? Whatever. Same for your heroine. Okay? I've made the mistake before of not telling my cover artist what these people look like, and I just fall in love with the cover that she creates, right? And then my readers will say, but she's a redhead and you've got a brunette in that cover. It's like, oh shit. So I gotta go fix it. But yeah, all that information is really, really important. We've got a question. What are good price ranges for covers to be made? One cover artist I found charged over $600 for covers. Yeah. Demonza charges that much, right? And Demonza does great work. Love Demonza. But you should be able to find someone who will work. I personally don't pay more than I hate to say I don't know what Dar charges now, but I know it's less than $200, and that includes your ebook cover, your paperback. She will do for a hardcover, if you decide to do a hardcover, she will do the sleeve, and it includes, I believe, the audiobook cover too. Okay? But what's my favorite book cover ever of one of mine? Oh, Frederick's Queen. In the purple. The old, I don't even know if I have it. Let me see if I do. Let me look at, I don't think I have it in Canva, and I don't want to go chasing it down. But it was the when she was in the purple gown. And also the cover to The Edge of Forever. I freaking love the cover. I don't think I'm ever going to change that one because I think it's just absolutely perfect. I do love Black Richard's Heart and Lachlan's Heart. Those two covers I think are phenomenal. Those are a couple of my all-time favorites. Yeah, I don't have this in here. Um, oh, Stealing, what is this one? Secrets of the Heart. That's a good cover too. I have lots of favorite covers. Diana's never charged more than 250. That is perfectly reasonable. Perfectly reasonable. Depending on what you're going to get with it, right? Diana? I mean, I don't know what all is included in your 250 price. So, I was told by this artist that I wouldn't find covers made less than 600 and I nearly fainted. Around 200 or so I can see to be reasonable. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I have paid $600 for covers, and that was for Layden's Daughter, Findlay's Lass, and Wee Williams Woman. Okay, and it was $600 a pop, and Demonza did it. Okay, but they are like huge, right? Huge. So, yeah, that's probably why I won't ever change them. I love those covers. I truly, truly do. I think they're perfect. But I could not afford $600 a pop. Well, I could have, but I didn't want to. So yeah. Oh, you get everything, the ebook, print, poster, etc. Okay, sweet. That's awesome. See, that's not a bad price. I would pay that. Um, in the needed sizes for whatever platform, because sometimes there are different platforms push the original PSD or Illustrator file. Okay. I know that if one more reason I use vellum is that I can take the one for Apple, for instance, specific measurements, right? I could take that Apple, even though Dar sends me thumbnails and high resolution e-readers and all this other stuff, I take the one designed specifically for Apple and I put that cover in vellum, and then when I format, hit the, generate, it automatically changes for the cover size for each individual file that it's creating. So for like Kindle, it will change the measurements. For Kobo, changes the measurements. For Google, it will change the measurements. And so that's why, yeah, Kate Robin, you're right, vellum is gold. That was the vellum. My two investments that were the smartest thing I ever did was vellum and Scrivener, hands down. But vellum will give you a file for Kindle. It'll give, the cover and the EPUB or whatever it is. Yeah, vellum is awesome, and they keep making changes and updates, and it is fabulous. You can put your own. We need to do a vellum workshop some night. What do you think? Would you guys want a vellum workshop? Does it make the graphic pixelated? No, it does not. Because you can size down, but you can't size down. Yeah, no, it's perfect. It doesn't pixelate or anything. Yeah. So Apple is the biggest one, right? And I mean by measurements wise, okay? And you have to use their measurements. So that's why I just put that into vellum, and it configures everything, and I don't have to mess with it like we used to do in the olden days. But yeah, I should do a vellum one night. Yeah, not up with graphics. Yeah, I understood what you meant, Diane. That's okay. Or Diana. But if you got, I think what we should do also sometime, well, no, we'll save that for a later date. But one of these nights, maybe next week, I will show you how to use vellum and why I love using vellum and how easy vellum is to use. Sorry. Kate, is vellum for Mac only, or is it for PCs too? Because I honestly can't remember. You do websites, posters, logos, and social media post templates too. It all matches to the brand of the person. See, You're getting the biggest bang for your buck. Okay, so Mac only. But for those of you who don't have a Mac, isn't there a way to, it's like Mac Cloud or something like that, Kate, where you can use it? Or just find someone who has a Mac and has Vellum, a friend, and say, hey, if I give you $10 or take you out to lunch, will you format this for me? Okay. Oh, yes, the user experience is very, very important. And if you're not sure about how you want to brand, reach out to anybody in here. Anybody in here will be happy to help. Yeah, find a Mac friend. Exactly. Because your brand is important. It's just really, truly very important. And if you've got crappy covers, no one's going to want to look beyond the crappy cover because they're going to think it's a crappy book inside. You could have a Nora Roberts novel inside, but if the cover's crappy, no, they're not going to look beyond the cover to find out that you write like Nora Roberts. Okay. You edit in Word, upload to Vellum, and all formats take seconds. Exactly. It's one click, and then you've got your files for, Amazon, Kobo, Nook, Apple, and a generic one that you can upload to Google if you use Google Books. Well, okay, Christina, Ingram Sparks is different. Ingram's where you go to get your paperbacks, right? Made to sell on websites or to purchase for yourself to use for book shows or gifts or whatever. Vellum is a formatting program, okay? And it also does print, and you can even do large print. You can create large print books in Vellum. Okay, Diana says, I've got to read this. Sorry, I need my cheetah readers. I've had authors fool me before. I bought books based off the cover because I was in a hurry. I was so mad when it was we can't say that word, book, and not what I thought it would be. Yeah. I think you do need to give trigger warnings for that. That's the one thing. Yeah. It was also in clean romance, so the tags used for them is important too. Exactly. You've got to make sure your tags. Now, I will say, I've had reps, Amazon, KDP reps, who will they like to test to see where my books fit best. And sometimes I will look and it's like, why is it in that category? I didn't do that. Well, it was my rep fooling around with it, and it was fine. It was fine. Yeah, Amazon is bad for that. They don't check at all to make sure, because I have seen, honestly, from scammers, Regency romance in medical journals. Right? I have seen historical, Scottish historicals in police procedurals. Okay? Because they're just trying to scam the system. Sometimes, though, it is an honest mistake, and sometimes Amazon glitches. We all know Amazon's infamous for glitching. Yeah, Regency and Contemporary. Yeah. So I do like to look at that with a grain of salt. Oh, my author integrity. We could book several sessions, right? Oh my gosh, author integrity is so important. And that's just annoying when you're trying to search for FBI romance novels, right? Yeah. So, you have to make sure that your cover fits your genre, okay? It has to, okay? Yes, you can have a guy in a suit on your cover with a werewolf, where it's a werewolf shifter novel, right? You could do that, but you need to have some other element on there that shows that this is a werewolf shifter novel, okay? You can have a damsel in distress on a sci-fi novel, but you need to make sure that there are other elements on that shows that this is a sci-fi novel. Don't just rely on your categories. Yeah, I have things for men and oh man, when my husband puts on a suit. Oh Lord help me. Or when he puts on his kilt. Ha! He looks so good in a kilt. Yeah, Vellum merged with Smash. Well, Vellum bought Smashwords is how that went, I think. It needs to be obvious. Yes, Dinah says if it's a werewolf shifter novel. I mean, that's okay if that's what the reader's into, but I'm not so into dog intimate stuff. Okay. Um, but we're talking specifically covers right now. But the cover has got to fit the genre. You've got to have the fonts right. You have to make sure that your name can't, whether it's your real name, your pen name, whatever, that it can be read. Okay? You need to make sure that you can read the title. If you're using flouncy, fancy, scoopty doopty script and nobody can read it, that doesn't help. Those of us who are interested in connecting with readers who will want to read for our work take the time to align our blurb, cover, promo to fit. Exactly. It's all about branding. All about branding. And branding is all encompassing. Okay? It's not just your cover. All right? Branding is not just your cover. Branding is in your ads or your things that you might post on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. You don't have to pay for ads. You can just, post your book cover and stuff. Branding is yourself. Okay. I'm a huge fan of cursey words. I am. I cuss like a drunken sailor, but never live and never on Facebook. You will never see me rant and rave and using dirty words, 4-letter words, 12-letter words, whatever. You will never ever see me do that. If you see me on a Facebook Live or here live and I am cursing like that, that is a signal that I have been kidnapped and you all need to call 911. Okay? How you present yourself to the world is very, very important. It is just as important as your covers. Okay? They're tiny cuss words, and you all have heard me use tiny cuss words before. Yeah, never online. Only in private, never online. I'm trying to choose my nice words. I'm so afraid to say what I'm about to say. Even though you might write spicy, steamy, sexy novels, does not mean that people on Facebook want to see you in a G-string holding a whip. Do you get my meaning? It's okay if you're into that, but keep that private, okay? Present yourself in a professional, cheerful manner. There are times when I am pissed because of a scammer or a pirate or Reverend Peckerhead or whatever. But I do it in a way that is not offensive, right? Yes, you are part of your brand, okay? If you write Westerns and you got horses, share all that. Show us your cowboy hat or your cowboy boot collection or whatever. Bobby's heard me at my worst. Bobby knows I know all the dirty words. Yeah, I don't want to see anybody's. Yeah. I don't want to see your ass cheeks hanging out of your shorts. I don't care if you've got the body for it. I just don't want to see that, right? Just call me old school. Don't come at me. I am old school on certain things. Share your favorite music. Like, this is the playlist I'm writing to today, right? Readers love that. Okay? Favorite recipes. Like if you write a contemporary romance and your hero cooked lasagna for dinner, share the lasagna recipe, right? That's branding. Tying things together in one beautiful, awesome freaking package. Oh, I miss my dad. Well, I miss my mom. My dad taught me how to cuss, so. So is this making sense? The points that I'm trying to get across, are they making sense? I hope so. And I don't want to come off judgy or preachy or anything because I'm not. Oh yeah, Bobby. Bobby is fluent trucker with a side of sailor. That would be me. But you're never gonna see me do that online. I won't write it. I won't say it online. It just won't happen. So, um, also another pet peeve I have. Should we talk about pet peeves? Um, oh, Diana, I'm so sorry. See, my mom passed away on October 30th. Not this year, several years ago. And I was so busy on the 30th and the 31st that I didn't have time to think about it. But Sunday hit me like a ton of bricks. So Saturday night and Sunday was really bad for me. Um, I miss her. God, I miss her. I miss her so much sometimes it just hurts. It's like a physical ache. And I would just love to be able to pick up the phone and call her, and I can't, and I'm going to cry, and I don't want to. So, other things you should never do as an author. This is especially for the newbie authors. Don't befriend somebody on Facebook and then immediately start spamming their inbox with, would you read my book and give me a pull quote? No, I don't know you. I'm not reading your damn book. I have no relationship with you. You only ask those people who you have a genuine, honest, more than 2-day relationship with to do pull quotes. And it's got to be somebody important, okay? So somebody who writes in your genre, who's been at it longer, who's sold more books or whatever, yes, you can ask somebody like that, but only if you know them. Oh, you'd be surprised, Diana, the number of people who do this. Another thing you should never do is go online and say things like, I'm just going to quit writing if nobody will buy my books. Then quit writing. Quit writing. Stop. We don't want you here. Okay? Don't be a whiny pants. We all have bad sales months. It happens. But you will never see me go online saying things like, I'm going to quit writing if nobody buys my books. No. People will buy your books when you do it right. Yeah, exactly. So, anyway, it is almost 8 o'clock. Do you have any other questions about covers? Oh, I love you, Kate Robbins. Are you leaving? Is that what she said? There's a lot in the chat. Anyway, yeah, you write because you love it. It's that simple. And if no one buys it, do some self-introspection. Look at the genre. Look what you've written. What does the color look like? Are there lots of typos? Is it a quality book? Yeah, it's my passion. It is. Writing is my passion. It is well, it's not my whole life. My husband and my kids and my grandbabies, they are my life. But I will never retire from writing. I just won't. I have too many books in my head. God, I'll still be writing books 10 years after I'm dead with all the ideas I have in my head. Right? Does anybody else have any questions about covers? Because covers really are vitally important. They really, truly are. Sucky covers. My biggest problem lately is I've been really tired, so thinking straight is really hard. I'm slowing down on the story. We all go through that too. Yes, I want to move to Scotland to write too, Kate Robbins. On the Inchmahome Priory. Okay. A few years ago we went to Scotland, right? Yes, I cried everywhere we went. Okay? Did I ever redo old covers? Yes, I have, Diana. Yes, I have. But Scotland, right? We hired a private driver. It sounds really, snotty, but it's not. It was actually cheaper to hire a private driver than it was to go on one of those bus tours. Okay? So Ross Shand is his name. If you ever get a chance to go to Scotland, look up Ross Shand on Facebook. He's phenomenal. He was our tour guide. He wore a kilt every day. But anyway, he took us to a place called the Inchmahome Priory. And it's this island out in the middle of this loch. And you have to take a boat to get to it, right? And the morning we went, oh, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. It was foggy. It was foggy. It's like, oh, yes. I'm in a boat on a loch in foggy weather heading to an island that I've never even flippin' heard about. I was so excited. Oh my gosh. So we get there and this stone dock, right? Was from, I think they said the 800s, the 9th century, something like that. Oh yes, Diana, lots of stories. And the moment my feet, I know this is going to sound weird, but the moment my feet hit that stone pier, it's like this vibration went through me. And it was just this most beautiful, exciting, bewildering phenomenon. I've never felt that way before. Haven't felt that way since. But it was like I connected with that island. And I know that sounds weird. But we start walking. And it was like, oh my God. It was like I could, the voices in my head, right? Just book ideas, just exploding left and right. And I finally told Kevin, I said, okay, have Ross get on the boat. Have Ross take you back to the car. You bring me my laptop. I'm staying here. I'm just going to stay here. And I'm just going to write. Oh, good night, Christina. Sleep well, dear. I would eat berries, right? I did not want to leave that island. I felt such a connection to that freaking island. And yeah, it was like I was there before. It was so strange and amazing and phenomenal. It was just, oh my gosh. So I got out my phone and Kevin wouldn't go get my laptop and just leave me deserted on this island so I could write for a week. So I started videotaping and I've got all these videos on my phone where I'm talking to myself and I'm taping everything and I'm just like, okay, this happens here. This could happen here. Oh, I see this. Yes, I do have a little bit of Scottish ancestors. Yes. And it was just amazing. And I loved every single flipping moment on that island. Then he took us to another place. It wasn't quite the connection that I had with Inchmahome Priory. And I'm probably saying it wrong, but I'm sorry. But it was this raging river with a bridge over it. And I got so many book ideas there. But the whole just, oh my God, it was just amazing. Yeah, that's probably why I feel so connected to Scotland. Yeah, we're Scottish, Irish, English, and Welsh. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. Thank you all for being here. I certainly do appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't yet. Subscribe, turn on your notifications and all that. And I hope to see you all Friday night. I am going to try and start doing a daytime live. I will keep you posted on that. We will still do the Wednesday nights with the Wench, but I might add something to weekdays. I just haven't decided yet what exactly that's going to be. Anyway, I love you all. You all are phenomenal. Thank you for being here. Everybody sleep tight, have sweet dreams, and may your muse sing to you sweetly this week, and may you find all the beautiful words. Yes, it'll be online. All right. Bye, everybody.